So the next step that we have to do is to now provide the feedback to the students. So we have to split our different feedback files, and the easiest way to do this is just using the built-in features of Microsoft Office 2007 Excel, and you'll see there's the Acrobat tab over there. Alright, so if you just make sure that you've got Excel 2007, it's got that functionality. Office 2010 no longer has that functionality, so make sure that you've got the 2007 edition. Alright, so just make sure that the file is nicely saved. Then you can click on Acrobat and say create PDF. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to just create the entire workbook, and we say create entire workbook, convert to PDF. Alright, so really important for us is to save this PDF in the correct spot, and let's just put it in where the other information is, and there it is. We're going to save it in there, and you'll see it will give it the same name that we've got. So this was for term 2. I just choose a simple format, the year plus term 2 assignment 1 results, click on save. Right, and this might take a second or two to do, and you'll see that Excel will go through the motions and it will create the Excel PDF file for us. Alright, so there's our PDF now all created, and it's taken not a long time. So what you want to do is just click on the page layout over there, and there you can see there's our different pages. So we're not too concerned about the first few pages, table of contents, the template, the information. What we see here is, of course, the feedback that's going to go back to our students, and there you can see it automatically populates the student number and the student name as the heading to the tab. Alright, and you can just scroll down and make sure that you're happy with everything, that there's nothing that needs to be changed. Alright, so all that we want to do now is split this document into separate files. So select the correct icon depending on the type of PDF or Adobe Acrobat that you run. In Adobe 10, it's this little icon here that says split documents into multiple files. Click on split, and it will bring up this little split menu. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to make sure that it uses the top level bookmarks. Alright, remember there's our bookmark. So top level bookmarks, the output options that we want is we want to make sure that it goes to the same folder that we've selected, and it uses the bookmark names for the file names. So what it will do is it will create PDFs based on that name over there, and we can just say OK and OK, and we should now have this document has been split successfully into 15 different documents. Alright, so now we can close our PDF. We can also close Excel, get that out of the way, and if we go to the folder where all the information is, where we chuck all the information in, there you can see it's created the separate files. There's the template. Those ones are the ones that we're not going to use either. So what you'll see is if you expand the feedback, that the folders, if you sort on the table names or on the student numbers, you'll be able to now say, alright, these line up with what we have over here. So the easiest way to take the next step is to sort of line up the left hand window with the right hand window, and what we're going to do is we're just going to make sure that so all that we have to do now is to make sure that we drag the files across into the relevant folders. So we're going to drag Scott Coleman and pop Scott in there, take Adam, pop Adam in there, and we continue to do this for each of our students, making sure that we take our time, don't rush it. There's lots of time to do this, and otherwise we might make a mistake. Alright, if we do make a mistake, it's easy to fix and just keep on going. And you'll see there's a few extra PDFs over there. We don't need those anymore because we're not going to use them, so we can just go and delete those 3 files. And now if we just make sure that we've got the files in the folders, Scott equals Scott, The easiest way is to just go through each of these and just make sure, and there you can see we've made a mistake because there shouldn't be 2 files in one. So that means that Ben should actually be in the next one, and if you click on Ben you'll see it's empty. So just go and grab Ben and put him in the right file, and now we can continue with our checking process to make sure that we've not done the same with anybody else. Alright, so there we go. We're quite happy with what we've done so far. Now we need to upload the feedback to our students. So easiest way is to just go onto the top level there, right click and say send to compressed zip folder, and you'll see it will create a little file there for us called assignment number 1.zip. We're quite happy with keeping that name the same, and if we go up one level, there's the file that we are going to upload to Moodle. Alright, so what we need to do now is just make sure that we go back into Moodle and upload the file. So go back into Moodle and go to the assignment portal. This is for assignment number 1, and click on view the assignments, and there you'll see there's a little heading that says update assignments, or upload assignments rather, and we just point in the direction of where we want to be. And you'll see that Moodle will typically go to the right folder, otherwise just navigate to the right folder. There's our file that we've just created. Select the file, click on open, upload this file. Wait a few minutes depending on the number of students that you might have, and there's the feedback that you get from Moodle, the student number plus the student name, and the students feedback have now been successfully uploaded. So just to go and check again, we go back into our assignment and now check each of the students individually, and there's our feedback to the student, and we're just going to make sure that it's the right one. Yes, indeed, there we go. We're quite happy with that, and you can do a few checks if you like depending on the number of students that you have. Alright, so now the only thing that we need to still go and do is to make the results available to the students, and this is done by going back to the front page again, administration, click on grades, click on choose an action, simple view, and click the little I to make the results available to the students, and that's what we have to do there. Go back to grades and you'll see that the results to our students are no longer grayed out. Alright, so that's the feedback marking scheme, and the results have now been released to the students. They would have received an email to say that we've uploaded some feedback for them, and they can go to the portal and pick up their results. Alright, so that's the last of the videos of how to mark assignments in a large Moodle class.